Hello, everyone. I'm Marilyn Gordon, and this is our program on life purpose. And we have a wonderful group here, and we're going to be talking about life purpose. And more than talking, we're going to be active. We're going to really be doing things together to make a lot of discoveries together. So I invite you to get a paper and a pencil if you or if you like to type, you can do that, but don't type while you're on Zoom because you'll get out of Zoom. So if you have if you can type on your phone or something like that while you're on Zoom on your computer, some way, just have a way to write things down. Okay, so we're going to do that. And we're also going to have a meditation, a very special active meditation, and I'm going to ask you questions that you can answer inside of yourself to make some discoveries about your purpose in this world. Now, some of you, I know some of you have found your purpose, and some of you have found your purpose through circuitous means. You know, I know that sometimes that's what happens, that you try something, no, that's not quite it, and you get moved over here and you try that, you say, well, it's guiding me, it's leading me somewhere, but it's not exactly it yet. But I'm going over here, and that might be it. Right here. Oh, here it is. Here it is. So sometimes for some people, I know for me, it's been a circuitous route. I know for some people, I know some of you have had that in your lives, but for some of you, it's clear. Like some people know their life purpose when they're kids. Like Michael Jackson knew when he was a little boy that he was to be a star and a singer, and Shirley Temple was like that, and a lot of people are like that. Not a lot, I would say some people are like that. They know from a very young age, they know what they're here to do. But other people have to make discoveries about themselves. And I really feel that what we're going to be doing today is a step in the right direction, because I think it's really important to study yourself and see what you need, see what you want, see what your passions are, to really take stock of your being to see what it is. It really helps a lot. So anyway, another reason why I'm having this is I really want to share with people. First, I wanted to tell people about the higher self solution. Second, I wanted to really give you an opportunity to find out more about what your passions are in life. And also, I just want to get in touch with you. I love meeting people who are interested in our same kinds of things, kindred spirits. And so, welcome, kindred spirits. I'm really happy to have you here. And so that's something that I wanted to tell you about. Oh yeah, I want to tell you a little bit about my circuitous route. That I knew that a long time ago. I knew I wanted to be a teacher, but I didn't know exactly what. I used to be an English teacher. Some of you who know me probably know that. For 5 years, I taught English in high school. It's because I had a very inspiring English teacher in my high school that she changed my life. And I became an English teacher too. I still enjoy that, and I'm glad that I did it because I know about punctuation, I know about sentence structure and grammar, and so I really have that as a library inside myself. But there was something missing. I really had to stop teaching. The kids were rioting and all of that, and I had to. It was just terrible. I had to stop, and so I went to a yoga class because I was so stressed out. And some of you know this about my story. And from that, I loved it. I loved the relaxation. I relaxed so deeply. I'd never relaxed like that in my life. And I said, this is what I want to do. But I had no idea how to do it in life. I taught, I taught meditation, I taught yoga, but there was something else. And I took some other
A very
workshops.
productive day.
Is there someone who should be muted or someone who's saying something? Okay. Anyway, I finally I found out. I met a woman at a gathering, and she told me she'd been certified as a hypnotherapist. And I said, "Well, what did you do? What you do in certification?" She said, "Well, we help people relax, and then we help them sort their lives out and help them with their problems. and in a state of relaxation, help them to get in touch with themselves. And I said, you can get a certificate for that? I said, oh my God, that was a revelation to me. So I got a certificate and my life really changed. I would say, well, the thing that I needed to know was how to monetize what I love doing. And I love the spiritual life, and I love deep relaxation, and I love personal growth and spiritual growth. So I didn't have any idea how I could monetize it until I started to find out. And so what I'm saying is that little pieces of the puzzle were put in for me step by step. And again, I know some people know immediately. How many people know immediately, knew immediately what they were here to do? Nerd. most people most people don't, but few do. So I learned different ways of helping people and helping people to find their life purpose as well. So that's something that I'm going to be doing. So the first thing I want to do, I want to talk to you about the roles of souls. And this is from a body of knowledge called the Michael Teachings. And it is so interesting. At least I think it's interesting. And I'm going to share my screen with you and show you some information about it and pictures of this. There are seven, according to the Michael Teachings, seven different roles of souls. And I won't go into it now, but I'm going to show you, and you can see what is the role of your soul. This will help you to get some more clarity. What's the role of your soul? And then after that, I have some questions to ask you, and you can be writing down the answers to this. And by the way, if you stay here till the end, I have something really special to give you. I'm going to give you a whole 4 pages of questions that you can work with on yourself to make self-discovery, to find out what you're really, really interested in for your life purpose. Okay. And again, your purpose does change from time to time because you change. Okay. And the next thing, I'm going to do a special meditation with you called the Theater of Your Soul, where you meet your highest being and you find out what you're here to do, and working with your wise mind as well. So you all ready for this? Anybody have a question? Anyone have a question that you want to ask? Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to talk about the Michael Teachings, the roles of your soul. Okay, here we go. Here. Okay, the first role is the king. I'm going to read this because it's interesting. I think it's interesting, and I hope you like it too. The king is a leadership role, and you can be thinking, do you fit? Where do you fit in here? It doesn't just mean the king of a country. It doesn't just mean a pharaoh or something like that. It can mean king of the road. You can be the king of a band of people that are perhaps motorcycle people. You can be a government official and be a king. Or you can be the king of your home. It's an attitude. It's a leadership attitude. You're someone who's looked up to. You like being able to tell people what to do. You like heading organizations. It doesn't mean you're a king, but it can mean you have king consciousness. So keep this all in mind when you think about your life purpose. Okay. Again, this leadership role might be played out in the castle, in government, in the streets, like king of the road, or anywhere else. Think about being a king or a queen and see if that describes you, person who's a leader in one way or another. I'm going to make this bigger. Let's see here. See. No, I don't see where to make it bigger. Well, anyway, you can see it, right? Unless you're on your phone, which would be tiny. Okay. Anyway, think about whether or not that's you. Here's a king. Here's the king of hearts. Here's the king of the jungle. Okay. Let's see if it's up here. I can. No. All right. So anyway, the next role is the warrior. It's a role that is powerful, assertive, and persuasive, and it might take place on the battlefield, in the corporate boardroom of an advertising firm, in internet marketing, or anywhere else. It's someone who's powerful and assertive, persuasive, someone who likes to win, enjoys the battle. Is that you? So here's the warrior king. And here's the king in the corporation. And here's the king in sports. Now, there's a group called the Warrior Forum. You probably haven't heard of them, but they're the Warrior Forum. And they're a group of marketers. They're online marketers, the Warriors. So these are both, the king and warrior are both action roles. They're a little bit like sister and brother. They're related. One is called the exalted role, and the other is called the ordinal role. The exalted role is the king, and the ordinal is the warrior. Now, in early incarnations, now I don't know if you believe in incarnations and past lives, but I'm going to assume that you do because this is really geared to past life roles. So just if you don't believe in them, pretend that you do for this purpose, okay? All right, now, in early incarnations, if you're a warrior, you may have been a plunderer or a terrible rapist or a thief or whatever. But there are other ways of playing out this role. It's assertive and powerful, a persuasive role that might take place in a battlefield. It might take place in a corporate boardroom of an ad firm. You might be an internet marketing warrior. You might be someone who likes to win your battles in one way or another. So if you're a warrior, you might like to create ads in some marketplace. You know, you like to get the message out there. You like to have yourself heard. You're powerful. So these are two power roles, the king and the warrior. So if you ever have tried sales, you know, and if you're not a warrior, and you're a little more meek than a warrior, then you notice there are other people like going for it. They could be warriors, and it's easy for them to be assertive. So, you know, it's just the kind of being that that person is. So do you fit this role? Can you think of any well-known people who fit these roles? Can you think of any well-known kings or warriors? Let me know. You can unmute yourself for a minute. Do you know of any well-known kings or warriors? What do you think Donald Trump is? What'd you say, Vicky? It's good you're muted, huh? Anyway, there are kings. Oh, wait, there's someone here to admit. Okay. All right. So let's go on to the priest. The priest is an inspirational role. This role might take place on the pulpit, in the office of a healer, in an uplifting talk, or in the pages of an inspiring book. It of course, can be a priest or priestess, as all of these roles are for any gender. The priest is the inspirer, loving to lift people up, loving to give them your tender, loving care or inspiration. Oh, by the way, did I start this video? Yes, I did. Okay. You can do it in speaking and singing and healing, however you like to inspire. If the priest is your role, you also like to inspire people to realize their spiritual healing power. Guess what role I am? I think it's kind of obvious. Okay. The server is another kind of inspirational role. You see, they go in kind of duets, dyads. The server is another kind of inspirational role. On the other side of the priest is the server. And that's an inspirational role also, but a little bit different. It's a kind of support person who loves to help people, like Mother Teresa, a nun who came here to help people. It could be a support person of a family, a waiter, or you might have come here to hold a space for other people. Some people don't think highly of that role because it seems not to be exalted, but that's okay. If you came here to hold the space for other people, to do what they do, that's a very, very beautiful role. You know, some people say, I'm just a wife, but that can be a great thing to do. Other servers are support for families, waiters, or anything that's committed to serving and uplifting one and all. Or perhaps you're a server who loves to assist people who are ill, assist people who are doing something special, assist the world in creating space for things to happen, uplifting them. Is that you? So here's, you know, the assistant for people's well-being, the nurse, the healer, and priest and server are both inspirational roles. The priest can be an actual priest in a congregation, or it can be a healer, someone who inspires, or it can be a very inspiring parent. You can usually see in priests that their eyes are sparkling and they look for the possibilities in things, and they often like to have a spiritual message. Not always, but often they like to reframe things and see the glass half full. They like to uplift people. So if you're a priest, just know that. A lot of people who are hypnotherapists are priests. Now, I want to say another thing. It's not written down here, but there's also 7 different soul ages. And so there are baby soul priests, there were first infant soul priests, then baby soul priests, young soul priests, old soul priests, and transcendent soul priests. I said, I don't know if that's 7, but I think it might be 5. But anyway, an infant soul priest might be someone who's doing very basic kinds of rituals, maybe in the jungle or something, doing healings. A young soul priest might be someone who is always wanting authority, like loves the authoritarian approach. And you will see a lot of baby soul priests who are speaking up now in politics. And then there's young soul priests. Young souls are go get it. You go get it. You and rah rah and things like that. That's usually a young soul priest. But I know what I forgot. A mature soul priest gets into deep emotions and goes very deeply inside and may even go into deep negativities, but then gets very passionate about things and really tries to solve them by getting, into the depths of things. And an older soul priest is connected more with the other side. So when you get connected more with the other side, you can talk about death. You can talk about what the steps leading to death. You can talk about, the other side. You can talk about um, the soul, the deep transformation of the being. That's an older soul priest, and someone who has transcended all of this has no role, just is beyond it, is a incarnation, is a great being. And there are a number of great beings that we have on this planet, fortunately, in helping to save our planet. Anyway, let's keep going. We have the next 2, the sage. The sage is a wise and fluent speaker. The sage might have been the oracle at Delphi, the anchor person of the evening news, the well-spoken member of the Senate, or the teacher of the philosophy class. They can be any gender. Perhaps you're a sage, someone who likes to speak and who has a lot of wisdom to share. You might be a sage in the media or at home or in a group that you know that you belong to. Is that you? Are you a sage? The artisan is the other side of a sage. Remember, they come in pairs, the ordinal and the exalted. Okay, the artisan is the creative person who loves to express him or herself. The artisan may be a musician, an artist, a tattoo creator, or a wearer, or a devotee of Beethoven or Elton John, or somebody who is very expressive. A lot of people with tattoos are artisans because they like to be their art and wear their art. Not all of them. Some of them are kings. Some are warriors. It just really depends on the rest of the story. And the Michael teachings talk about the rest of the story, chief negative features, your chief aim, all of that, and the age of your soul, because that matters too. What would an old soul artisan be like compared to a very young soul artisan? So these things are really fascinating. You can give a lot of attention to these things if you're interested in them. And I'll tell you, you can just go to the Michael teachings online and read about them. It's just fascinating stuff. So here's some artisan pictures. You can see this is a dancer. I don't know if you can see it. It's pretty small. And this is someone who paints her face, someone who plays a musical instrument. You have some of that in you. Are you an artisan? The sage and artisan are both expressive roles. Sages love to talk. They talk easily, even as they're doing the weather or traffic report, for example. You could be a teacher. You could be a senator or a congressperson. You love to express yourself in sage ways. So if you know you're a sage and you can feel it inside yourself, you can understand that and want to do more public speaking or express your wisdom or do some writing. So that's the expressive roles. And if you know you're an expressive type of person, you want to choose some medium or media to express the truth of yourself. The scholar is reasonable and loves knowledge. This is one that does not have a mate to it. I don't mean that it doesn't have a love mate. It just means that a role doesn't have an ordinal and an exalted. But it's just a scholar is reasonable and loves knowledge. Scholar might be in a university or on Google or in the history class of high school or anywhere else. You like to research things, find out information, understand what's behind things, bring out the facts. If so, you could be a scholar. The role that doesn't have another side is the scholar. Again, this is someone who might like to Google things often, or is a Harvard graduate student. It's someone who likes to study history but isn't overly emotional. Someone who likes to connect people or work with facts, that's the scholar. So here's some scholars. Here's Einstein, the scholar, and here's an ancient Chinese scholar, and there's a Greek scholar. Who was a Greek scholar? Socrates. Okay. So the importance of soul age. There are infant souls, baby souls, young souls, mature souls, old souls, transcendent souls. Soul age is usually a factor in how the soul is expressed. Excuse me, for example, an infant warrior might be into raping and plundering, while an older warrior might be the head of an advertising agency. A very young priest might be active in inquisitions, zealous. That is, being zealous is that person's way of being. While an older priest might be a healer. A king might be a dictator or a leader. This is all very fascinating, and there are many more facets of the Michael teachings that are important to know if you want to dive more deeply into them. For our purposes, all of this is a subject for another day. Now, what's your predominant role? You may have some qualities of each one of these, or maybe of a few, but you probably have a predominant role. Let your guidance tell you how you may see yourself working through these roles in your life, and how you can do what you came here to do. You may already know what you came to this world to do. If so, that's very good. If not, that's fine too. Let your wise mind show you more about your role. Just release your obstacles step by step and day by day. And the more you do, the more available you are to express your spiritual healing powers. Are you a king, warrior, priest, server, sage, artisan, scholar, or a combination of several? Could knowing this perhaps assist you in understanding more fully what you came here to do? You might have different parts of yourself. I won't read all this, but, well, maybe I'll just read this little part here, okay? You have different roles. Okay. You have a project or life situation that's in seed form right now. And I believe it's time for all of us to come to the center of the stage right now and to express what we came here for. The times are shifting. And so the thing is not to be afraid to embrace who you really are. Do what you came here to do and be your life purpose and be your destiny. You have skills, you have talents, you have gifts, and they're emerging now. You're coming to the surface. You're blessed to be able to find out your soul's purpose and travel the paths of higher consciousness and light. You're definitely blessed. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing right now. Great. Hi, Joni. Okay. Hi, Jenabeth. Great. So anyway, so I'm wondering, oh, here's someone else. Here we have a token mail. Yay. Okay. Okay. So I'm wondering if any of you have any comments about this. Do you have any revelations about yourself? What role do you think you are? Just unmute yourself for a minute and say, what role do you think you are? Yeah, Vicky.
I think I'm a sort of a combination warrior and sage. But I've always felt like the warrior, and then I started doing a family tree thing, and it actually went back and goes back to the Vikings. So I just thought that was kind of a funny thing, but yeah, so it's kind of seems like a funny mix, but.
So how have these roles played out in your choices of things to do in your life?
Well, I've always been like very competitive at, like maybe in sports, in the work environment.
You're good in sales too, right?
No, not so much. I mean, no, I don't think so. No, but I like to accomplish things a lot. I do a lot of in program and project management in the past, and
Mm-hmm.
so and I'm, good at pulling people together to get things done, and
So maybe as
um,
we keep going here with the things we're going to do today, then you can give a little more substance to your understanding of your roles. Anybody else have some clarity about your roles?
Yes, Marilyn, it's
Who's
Joni.
that?
It's Joni. Can
Joni,
you
do you
hear
have
me?
your mic? You're a little
No, I'm in the
great.
car. I'm sorry.
Okay.
What I am going to say is that I do not like the classifications.
Okay.
I never have. I'm part Native American, and
Talk a
my
little louder, okay?
yeah, my background is that my belief is that we are brought onto this planet for a purpose, for our own medicine, for a purpose, and to help other people on the planet. But that who we are is who we are, and that trying to fit into descriptions is a white man's, in quotations, a white man's thing. Okay, it's trying to make us fit, get a certificate, get this and that and the other thing, and I've never liked it.
Yeah, I
And
hear you. I hear you on that. But the thing is, this will give some guidance to people of what they're good at
yeah,
and help them to understand more about, the route travel in their lives. And it's not that you're into a category and you have to stay there. And I hear you about that.
but
And yeah, go ahead.
I just really think that it's all about listening to your own spirit and to
Yeah,
your God.
that's where we're going
And
next in our work here today. That's where we're going next, listening to your own spirit. But I've always thought the micromaterials were so interesting, and I just thought that I'd love to share them with you because
yeah,
I think they're fascinating and they're just a different way of looking at things. So anyway, let's keep going. Okay. Now, we're going to dive into yourself and your own understanding of yourself. I have some questions to ask you. Do you have a paper or pencil, or do you have something to type on that won't interfere with your Zoom connection? Okay, you ready? You got paper and pencil? I see it. Okay, ready? Get ready, get set. Hi, Alan. Okay, here are some questions to make you look at, yeah, you can look at yourself more deeply. Okay. Now, I'll give you, let's maybe 3 minutes or so to write down for each one. You don't write a lot because we don't have time for that. But however, if you stay till the end, I'll send you a whole list of wonderful questions that'll help you get more clarity. Okay. What do you love to do that makes your whole being happy? And you may not know how this could make you money, but what is it that you love to do that makes your whole being happy? And right, I'll give you 3 minutes. I'll set my timer here. Oh, that's not what I want. Okay. So you can write more about this another time, okay? Just tell yourself that's what you want to write. What do you love to do that makes your whole being happy? Next question. What activities make you lose track of time? And you're not thinking about the clock, but you're losing track of time. What activities make you lose track of time? You'll hear the timer go off. 30 seconds left. Oh, no, there's more than that. There's more than that. Sorry. Are you done? Okay.
What?
What's that? What was that?
Can you hold off like for 20 minutes?
Who is that? What? Can I what?
Not talking to you. That's somebody who didn't mute themselves.
Okay, someone needs to mute herself. Okay. Ready for the next one? What is it that makes you feel great? Everybody done with that? I think 2 minutes, 3 minutes is too long. Okay, let's go. Just a moment here. Okay. What do you admire when you see other people doing or being something?
Can you repeat that?
What do you admire when you see other people doing or being something that makes you say, yeah, me too. That's what I want to do. Okay. Next, if you had to teach something, what would it be?
No.
If you had to teach something, what would it be? Okay. I don't think I need this timer. I'll just look and see what people are done. Okay. Okay. Next. What are your greatest talents? You probably have a lot of talents, but what are your greatest talents? And then how could you use excuse me, use your greatest talents to make a contribution to the world? What do you do well? What inspires you? Next. Ready? What are some action words that express your life purpose? Like healing, helping, transforming, figuring out, inspiring, teaching, these ing words. Some words that express your life purpose. just have two more. Excuse me. Ready for the next? Who are the people you'd like to help? People who are hurting, people who are healers, people who want to stop smoking. Who are the people you'd like to help? If you'd like to help people. Okay. One more, and this you may or may not be ready to answer, but if you're ready, go ahead and write it down. What's your life purpose? What do you get at this particular juncture in the work we're doing today? What is your life purpose? So if you don't feel ready, we still have more to do. So don't worry, you don't have to have an answer to that yet. You don't have to have an answer to that at all, but if you do, go ahead and write it. Does anybody want to share yours? It's good to share. It helps other people to see what's going on. Nobody's going to share? Yes, Rosalina, go ahead.
Okay, which question do you want me to share?
What you get for what is your life purpose? Or any of it, share any of it. Anything.
Well, I have like the one that you number one.
Yeah, speak right into the mic, Rosalina, so we can hear everything you say.
Yeah.
Good.
For the question number one, I said I love working with plants, and I am doing creams, oil, and water from the plants of my garden. I have been doing that, and I like to do that. I also like to do artwork, and I haven't been writing much, but I just to like that a lot.
Good. Just a moment out. Okay, go ahead. Anything else you want to say?
The number two, my answer is learning about your techniques and everything that you teach us and put it in practice in my life.
What's the first part of what you said?
Is learning about your teachings and put it to work in my life and the life of my family. My world is small, as you know. I'm better now, but you know that for a couple of years, my world became smaller.
Yeah, because you didn't feel so well, but now you're feeling better and better. So can you get a sense of how you can use your love of working with plants and working with art and working with spiritual truths? And can you see how all of these could make your life purpose?
Well, also, my life purpose is like I have different ones. And helping my granddaughters, and they are doing very well, by the way. And also my daughter is doing much, much better.
Great.
That's one.
You know, that
Hobby-
that's really interesting. Excuse me for interrupting, but that's really interesting because many people have a life purpose that centers around their family. They don't have to go out into the working world because their work is with the family, and they're there to create a space for their family to exist and create healing for the family or well-being for the family. And that could be something that's actually one of your life purposes, Rosalina, and that and some people downplay that, but it's really an important life purpose. It's a caretaker, it's a server, or it could actually be a warrior, depending on what the rest.
It's
of
a
the
little
person.
bit of all those because, and it's important for me than the girls are doing well and getting scholarships and getting very good grades, and they know that always they can count on me. And lately they've been very loving with me. So I
So
am
you're a
very,
healer for your family. You serve the role of healer and nurturer, right?
yeah.
And
I-
that's very important. It's very important. So that's something that you can rest assured about. That's really great. So let me ask, is there anybody else who wants to share? We don't have a lot of time, and there's something I want to do with you now. Is there anybody else who wants to share what you're discovering about yourself?
Well,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, I mean, I think the first two questions, and this is something I've really noticed for myself. Lately I've been doing a lot more things that I really enjoy doing, and it's probably more my life path. But because I'm doing those things, I feel like I'm in flow and I lose track of time. And it inspires me. I mean, I just feel so much better from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you're doing things you like, you're going to be on that path. It feels like to me.
And it's really great to be able to have your life purpose be the way that you are bringing in funds for your life too. And to be in the state of flow is where you're not thinking, you're just allowing it to be and you're just being. And it's a wonderful way to exist. And if you're doing something you truly love,
Mhm.
and sometimes it's a hard path to do something that you really love and make a living from it, but it's worth it in the end. It's really worth it because your heart is there and your
Yeah.
being is there, and you just derive a lot of joy and pleasure out of it.
Mhm.
So, okay, here's what I'd like to do. I would like to do a special meditation with you. It's called the Theater of Your Soul. And this will include working with your wise mind. But before I do that, I also want to say one thing about life purpose. Everybody in the sense of your divine life purpose, everyone has the same life purpose. Your general life, divine life purpose is the same. You're here to grow and to become an enlightened being. Everyone's on that path, and we're all doing the work that we need to do to become an enlightened being. So what does that mean? That means that we finish up with all these patterns and challenges that we have in life. Not the challenges come whether you're enlightened or not, but how you handle them. You get finished with going with the ups and downs of life. You get complete with that, and you're totally complete, and you're on a whole different level of life. We're all here for that. That's where we're going. We're on that path. Some of us are, trailing behind. Some have worked on ourselves for lifetime after lifetime, and so we've just done a lot of previous work on this, and we get to be in some other levels of it in this lifetime. Just know that that's what you're here for ultimately. But also there's an individual life purpose, and everyone has the desire to do something in this life, whether it's caring for your family or doing some work, selling something or creating books or whatever, teaching something. Everyone has a desire to do something. And some people have a desire to destroy, that's just what they came here for. They're just, they just have the destruction in their hearts. But a lot of people just, they want to make a contribution. And I think it's really wonderful if you really want to make a contribution and you do it. But let me just say this, there are some obstacles that we have to making that contribution. One of the obstacles is fear and putting ourselves down. And so many of us do that, put ourselves down. No, I can't really do that. And no, I'm going to fail. And I failed at that before and I'm going to fail at that again. And there's just people who have this very low self-esteem. And they just are not going forward with it. And some people are just lazy. They just don't want to put in the effort. But, if you do put in the effort, you'll be happier because you're getting your heart's desire fulfilled if you do it. And again, I have these questions. I have a whole, 4 pages of these questions that you can ask yourself, and I will send them to you. All you need to do about that, by the way, is send me an email. And because I could just attach it to your email and send it to you, and it'll make it real easy for me. And I'll be really happy to do that. And it's mgordon@hypnotherapycenter.com. And I don't think any people here, I have to spell that out too much. Other people, HYPNO, hypnotherapycenter.com. Okay, M Gordon, MGORDON at Hypnotherapy Center. Send me an email, say you would like the list, you'd like the list of questions, and I'll be happy to send it to you. Okay, now, so we all have this special infinite life purpose. We're here for something. We all are here for this. We're here to grow and to overcome the ups and downs of life. And secondly, we're here for individual purpose. Now, I don't know if everyone here is going to find your life purpose from our getting together here. And we have one more thing we want to do, and then, we'll be over. I don't want to keep you a really long time, but I would like to do this meditation with you. But you may, it may be like my path is I had to fit all the pieces together. I knew I wanted to teach, but I needed to have the piece of the yoga and meditation so I know what I wanted to teach. Earlier in my years, I didn't know that I wanted to do that. But so little by little, the pieces came together. But I will tell you this, that for years I prayed. And I gave thanks in advance. I said, I give thanks for my perfect work. And I did all kinds of things. I sold aloe vera juice. I worked in temp jobs. I sold vacuum cleaners for a while at Macy's. And I tried selling encyclopedias, but didn't do very well. So I remember I was applying for one of these jobs and someone said, it was a sales job. They said, are you a Barracuda? And I said, oh, no, not absolutely not. That's what they wanted, Barracuda salespeople. But, that just wasn't me. So, I've just been through a lot in discovering my life purpose. And I'm clear about it now because it's so touching my heart. It's in my heart. But it's taken me a long time. And as I've told you before, I just had my 83rd birthday. So as I say, it took me a long time to get some clarity, but you might get some clarity today. And if you do, I think that would be great. I think that would be great. But if not,
Can I just say something? Can I just say
yeah,
something?
sure.
All souls came here to evolve, not to regress.
What did you say? What did you say? What was that, the first part of it?
All souls came here to evolve, not to regress.
Yes, we came here to evolve.
So I don't really agree with Michael's teachings, but
Okay.
it doesn't matter what your life purpose is till the end. You came here to evolve.
Yeah.
Not to
The thing is,
regret.
this is a life purpose program. It doesn't matter, but it matters for this program because that's the title of the program. So I hear you. You know, I hear you. We don't have to think about that. But we do have to know that we're here to evolve, and we're here to evolve our souls, our consciousness, so that we understand that we're in oneness with all that is. And that's what we're here for. But that'll be the next program. That's the next program. This is about life purpose. So that's why we're talking about it. And a lot of us, care about that because we want to, because some of us make money on our life purpose. That's what we have to do because we have to eat, pay the bills, and we want to do it with something we love. And so many people are just not doing what they love. They're not living their life purpose. They're just, they're just dragging through life. And William Blake, the poet, he says that he wanders through the streets and he sees, faces of weakness and woe. I mean, that's his worldview, but a lot of people are, and here's what I think it's Thoreau said, people are living lives of quiet desperation. We don't want that. That's not what we want in life. We want to be living from our heart.
Well, I think we're so consumed with our day to day, or I am anyway. I feel like I'm so consumed with my day to day. So this was interesting and good and fun to kind of remember some of my thoughts or passions or things that I like to do or things that skills that maybe I haven't used or I felt like I had in the past that I haven't used. So it's been interesting and fun. So thank you.
But you're doing really good things with your day to day.
Right,
you're helping
right. It's a
people.
good fit, right? But
Yeah,
but
you're
I think
helping
just the
people.
questions that you asked or that we wrote down, I think it made me think of other things and ideas and passions that I have that I've just kind of pushed aside with family and work and
You can do that when you retire.
right?
When you retire from your day to day, and then
Yeah.
if you want to have something, the next scene of the play,
Yeah.
then you can have some guidance about that.
Yeah.
But you're doing good.
Thanks.
I know because she helps me. She's my guidance for email. She helps me learn how to work my email. So keep on doing what you're doing.
I will with you.
Yeah. So anyway, I have a meditation I'd like to do. It's called the Theater of Your Soul. And I'm not going to play any music because I haven't figured out yet how to have the music sound right on Zoom. I think there's a way to do it, but I haven't gotten to that yet. But anyway, I'm going to do it without music. So if you would just let your eyes close down and take a nice deep breath in and relax. Exhale. Breathe and relax. Breathing in and breathing out. Make sure you do breathe out when you breathe in. Very important. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. That's good. Relax. Relax. And if you would just keep paying attention to your breathing, the rising and the subsiding of your breathing, breathing in and breathing out and going deeper and deeper, down, down, down. Relax. 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 And I'm going to count from 10 to 1. And as I do, you can just allow yourself to relax more and more. And if thoughts come, just let them come. And then let them go as if they're birds or clouds just floating across the sky. Relax. 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 So 10, going deeper now, allowing yourself to fully relax. 9, deeper down, down, down. 8, comfortable and peaceful. 7, relax. 6, deep peace. 5, relax, relax. Relax. 4, deeper down, down, down. 3, comfortable. 2, that was Siri. And 1.
I found one option. 22 on Grand Avenue in
And relax now, going deeper down, down, down. Relax. Relax. Again, paying attention to the rising and the subsiding of your breathing. Your breathing carrying you deeper down. Just allowing yourself, and it's okay if thoughts come. Thoughts do that, and that's okay. Just let them float across the sky like birds or clouds. And come back to paying attention to the rising and subsiding of your breathing. Relax. 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 And you may have an easy time visualizing, or you may not have an easy time visualizing. And if you don't, you can just allow this material to come to you in different ways. You can just hear it as it would be a text, not a visualization, and get it that way. Or you can just pretend, or you can put the imagination in with your conscious mind. Or if you are adept at visualization or just good at visualization, just let the visualization come to you. We're going to a great theater now. And first of all, in this theater, there's a beautiful curtain. It might be a red curtain, but you can have it be any color you want. It's a curtain that appeals to you. And the stage, the theater of your soul. And you're sitting in the audience waiting for the curtain to rise. Good. And you're feeling relaxed and just waiting. The theater is comfortable. The seats are comfortable. The curtain is just exactly the kind of curtain that appeals to you. And again, if you don't visualize it, just see it in words or imagine it in words or just put it to words, however is right for you. And then you feel an invitation to go up on the stage yourself. And so you find yourself now, you can walk slowly or you can go quickly. You go behind the curtain before it rises or raises. But a part of you is still sitting in the chair. And then a part of you is now behind the curtain. So there's 2 representatives of you. And what you're going to see in a moment is yourself in one of your highest attributes. Seeing yourself as you might be in your life in an exalted way. Seeing yourself doing, feeling, being what you want to do and feel and be. So in a moment, the curtain is going to rise. And it's rising very slowly. And there you are on the stage, shining with beautiful light, bright light coming from you. and you're smiling. And around you are implements of the life that you feel is good for you to lead. There might be books, or there might be paintbrushes, or there might be travels, or whatever it is that is your highest life for you right now. You're doing, being, having what you came here for. And the part of you that's still sitting and watching, you're watching yourself in awe because you're seeing yourself or feeling yourself or thinking about yourself, however it is easy for you to get in your highest light, doing, being, having what you came here for. And there might be other people around you. Might be the people that you came to serve, if you came to serve anybody, came to help anybody. And you're feeling a sense of freedom, of joy, of expansion, expansiveness. That you're realizing what you came here for, bringing it to life. And you're also watching yourself doing it, seeing it, and that part of you is uplifted too. And you'd say, yes, that's it. And see if there are any more details. And any more details still. And now, if you would, get in touch with your wise mind. And I'm going to ask you, if you would, to take your pencil and your paper. You don't have to do this. You can just let this be just something you feel or experience. But writing it down can be very helpful for you. Ask your wise mind to tell you whatever it wants to tell you about your role in life, your life purpose now. Doesn't mean it's forever, but it means that this is something that fulfills you. It's your exalted state right now. And let your wise mind tell you about it or show you. And if you like, you can write it down. If you haven't worked with your wise mind, it's the part of you that knows, part of you that is in touch with the universal voice of wisdom of the universe. And let me know when you feel complete with this for now. You feel complete for now? Good. Now I would like to know if there's anyone would be willing to share, because it's very helpful for us when you share. You don't have to, but if you would like to, it'd be wonderful to hear what's happening in your world, in your backyard, in your reality system. Anyone want to speak? You can say anything you want. Talk about the theater of the soul. You can talk about your wise mind. Talk about your life purpose. Anyone else?
I can,
Yes.
yeah. Do you think if you're in your wise mind or you're working with your wise mind, I mean, you can kind of like call in some spirit type guides? And is
Definitely.
it similar to calling on your intuition? If
It
you
can
are,
be if you operate easily with your intuition or with guides, yes, you can do it that way. Or you can just open to be a channel for the experience to come right through you. And that's another way of doing it. Just say, I want to be a channel, and you just start writing. And I have done in the Higher Self Solution, I've done these Zoom meetings on the Wise Mind and help people to get in touch with theirs. And we have some modules on the Wise Mind. Yes. Do you have anything else you want to say about that?
yeah, it seems like, yeah, with your intuition, or I guess using your wise mind too, that I think that would be helpful too in defining your purpose. I help you discover you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Whatever you have as your blessings inside of you, the things that you normally do to help you to get information and understanding and feeling, and whatever way that's good for you. And if you're a feeler, a thinker, or a seer, and everybody has their own way of getting it. So whatever is your way, and you know that it's verifiable, excuse me, for you, that's fine. So I want to say just a couple things, and if you want to say anything, I'll wait and hear what you have to say. Okay, I want to just say this, that if you are interested in the Higher Self Solution, which is the 52 modules, let me know. Just send me an email about it, and I'll point you in the direction of finding out more. I won't do a hard sell because I'm not a barracuda. So, but I will point you in the direction of finding out more about it. And then I want to tell you one other thing. That next year, which is coming up in a few days, but what I'm going to tell you about isn't going to happen in a few days, but it'll happen soon. I'm giving a new program, and it is called, what's it called again? It is called just, okay, it's called Ageless Transformation. That's what it's called. And it's going to be a course. And I believe it's going to have 5 different, I don't know what they're called, modules or acts or chapters or whatever they're called in a course. And I've been planning it. It was going to be, how to take care of yourself to have a good older age, such as how to take care of your body, how to take care of your mind, how to work with your spirit and higher consciousness, how to think of yourself as a being and not as an old person, and how to take care of your body, what elixirs and potions might be helping to give you that sense of usefulness. I want to say it's going to be so good. It's going to be good because I've been planning it and I'm just really excited about it. It's called Ageless Transformation. And if you're interested, tell me about it, because I'd just like to hear about your interest. And again, you have no obligations. Just tell me what you think. Tell me what you think of Higher Self Solution. That's the 52 module program. And that's a membership program. And then the Ageless Transformation that's coming up. And if you want the questions, they really look good. There's page after page of them. Let's see, it's 3.5 pages anyway. So if you're on my mailing list, fine. If you're not on my mailing list, please come and join my mailing list. again, send me an email about that too. I don't have any, links for anything right here right now. This is a little less formal than that. But I would love to know if you'd like to know more and be a part of this. I am very deeply interested in higher consciousness and spiritual growth. I dedicate my life to that. So if you're interested in that too, and you want to be around that, and if you want more and more information and more guidance in that area, or if you want to share in that area, let me know, because I would love to have your participation. So a lot is happening. I'm excited about this coming year. I'm also having some products coming out. I have some journals. I'm going to have a life purpose journal and other kinds of journals that, it might be interesting to you, and other kinds of things. I've been really doing a lot of creative inner work and deciding what 2024 is going to be like in my world. So if you're interested, I'm excited about it, and I'd love to have you be a part of it. So let me know, let me hear from you, and I will be in touch with you. Anything else you want to say before we go?
I'd
Well,
like to
thank you.
And
Yes.
I'd also
thank
like
You're
you.
to know-
welcome. You're welcome. I'm just wondering, did anybody here find out anything that you didn't already know? Well, it may come to you anyway. Okay. So
Marilyn,
anyway,
I would like to say something.
yes.
So first, I want to just say thank you so much for this. Um,
You're welcome.
it brought me back to what I know. That question
To
about
what that you know?
it brought me back to what I know,
Yes.
why I'm here,
Yeah.
and what is my life purpose. I got an answer. So thank you.
Can you say anything? Would you mind talking about it? Or
No, I would rather not.
okay, I
That's,
understand that.
that's what I'm getting, not to share.
Sometimes you
But,
need to keep it and hold it inside and keep it in
Yes.
there and let it grow inside. I understand. Well, thank you for that. Thank you
yes,
for that.
beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, I see you, Wita. I see you.
Thank you.
You definitely got some of that priestess stuff in there. That's
Yes, that was one of them.
yeah.
Priest, kingly priest
And king, definitely.
and sage.
Definitely.
So those are my three.
You bet. Anyway, about the roles of the souls, don't let them be confining for you. Just think, oh, I have a little bit of the king, I have a little bit of the warrior, and it's just interesting. It's just interesting. Okay. So
Thank
Keith,
you very much. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you.
thank you for being here.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much for being here. I really appreciate that. And I would
Thank
love to
you.
share more with you. So keep in touch, and lots of love to you. Take care.
Lots of love.
Lot of
Thank you.
blessings.
Thank you,
Bye.
Marilyn.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Bye. Yeah. I want to know if I can get these names and well, that's okay. Leave it be.
You
Okay.
recorded it. Won't they be there?
What's that?
You recorded it. It'll be there.
The names will be there. Yeah. Yeah. How are you doing, Michelle?
I'm just fine. Absolutely.
I'm
Thank you.
glad.
And I love how your hair looks.
Oh, thank you.
I was wondering,
Thank you. Pretty soon the yellow will be gone. That's from the old hair, from the other color that's lasting, and then it'll be like that.
It looks very nice on you.
Thank you
Really.
so much. I am enjoying it, to tell you the truth. I'm enjoying it. Thank you. Don't have to put all that stuff on all the time. Saves a little time.
Mhm.
Yeah. So where are we going with all this?
You're offering a new program, right?
Yes. Yes, I am. I have really, I have such good feelings about it. I have really good feelings about it. And a lot of what I'm going to do, I'm going to be talking about my own things that I do.
And you look great. That's the
Pardon?
thing. You look great. Your skin, you look younger. Like this has been inspiring. At the same time, and you are making this new program, because today I noticed like wow, You really look good.
Thank you, Rosalina. Thank you so much. You know, it takes a lot of time to take care of yourself.
Yeah, I
You
know.
know, it isn't something that, just do in a second,
No,
you know, but it's worth it
yeah.
because you get to operate in the world for a little bit longer. You know, I see so many people of my age who have just allowed themselves to age, but you don't have to. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying old age is bad. I'm
No,
just saying that if you want to operate in the world for a little longer and you want to have clarity of your mind, if you want to have, more solidity of your body, you want to, but I have some feelings and things that I do that I haven't told a lot of people about, like the way I eat, for example, but I'm going to talk about it. I have strong feelings about it too.
that's good.
What's that?
That's very good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But I know I tell people you don't have to do what I do. You don't have to
Oh,
do it. It just is that it's something that I do that helps me and I
mhm.
want to share it. So I'm going to do that. And I love elixirs and potions. I really love them.
Me
So
too.
they help, but also
Yeah.
practices, spiritual practices. And I think that that's probably, 95% of it. So I want to share that too. So I think I'm really excited about this program because it's going to be a turn on for me and everyone else.
Well, congratulations.
So what's that?
Congratulations.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The video is still on. We're videoing everything, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Maybe okay. I'm going to say goodbye to the recording, and so I'm going to say, and you can stay here if you want. I'll stay here with you for a little bit, but I'm going to say goodbye to the recording. Recording. Thank you very much for recording. Appreciate your work. Thank you so much. Okay, let's see here. Now we're going to go here. Stop recording. Bye, recording. Bless you. Love you.